Alright, what's up y'all? We are back with another episode of Brutally Simple Cooking, and today we're making tacos. Now who doesn't love tacos? And I bet you thought you had to give those things up when you came to a real food healthy way of eating. But the reality is, pro tip, it just has to be made with the right ingredients. Now, remember what brutally simple means. It means using as close to real food ingredients as possible. Simple list of ingredients. It also means being non-neurotic with our processes, opting for simplicity, and we like to break the rules when possible. And pro tip, make sure that you have everything in its place. We call it mise en place. So let's begin. Now, one great thing about mise en place is you avoid the situation where you have to run to the grocery store last minute because you're laying it all out, right? So, star of the show, we got some ground beef that I thawed out from the Vegas Food Co-op and Christensen Farms, 100% grass-fed. And we've got taco seasoning from Siete. We got the spicy and the mild. And now, pro tip, make sure that your taco seasoning is made with good ingredients, and these guys check out. All right, then we've got this, I guess the second star of the show, whatever you want to call it. We got the tacos. All right, so we've got several options. Now, by definition, a taco is something that you're placing in a tortilla and holding it in the hand, right? So it can be a hard shell or a soft shell. Once you get into really big tortillas that fold up into a burrito, that's technically no longer a taco, it's a burrito, if you care. But anyway, we've got some Parmesan cheese wraps. Pick these up at Costco. We use these all the time. They're so good. All right. We've also got the famous Siete soft taco tortillas. All right. We love those. Now, a rare find I'm always looking out for. We've got sprouted corn tortillas. All right. Now, you can find these sometimes at Sprouts, Natural Grocers, and pro tip, corn is usually off plan for the most part, but if we have sprouted corn tortillas that have been nixtamalized, which means they've been soaked in lime juice, then they're totally fine, all right? And these totally check out, so we're gonna try them out. And then we've got some hard shell tacos. We've got, again, the Siete brand hard shell, and Sprouts just happen to have very similar ingredients, some hard shell tacos made with cassava flour and avocado oil, and so we're gonna check these out and try these out. Now, finally, we've got all the accoutrement. So we've got some approved ingredient salsa. We've got some pre-made guacamole. You can make it yourself as well. Oh yeah, and then we've also got a couple avocados, all right? We've also got some shredded cheese. You can use any shredded cheese you want. Parmesan's really good too. And then we've got sour cream and some crumbled goat cheese. And then one of our special little things, and basically you can throw anything into a taco that you want. We like to put a little bit of ranch dressing. We call it Arnica tacos because she loves ranch dressing. So first, let's make the ground beef. Now we got a beautiful skillet here, and then I want to heat this up to probably something like a medium-high heat. On a scale of 0 to 10, we're looking at about a 7 or something like that, all right? Now, pro tip, we like to heat the skillet first, make sure it's nice and warm, and then we add the fat. That makes it even more non-stick than it might normally be. All right, now that the skillet is nice and hot, we're just gonna add this layer of butter because I feel like it always makes things even more non-stick than normal. All right, now we're gonna add the ground beef. So what we wanna do here is, I say break it up as much as you can, as little as you can, or into as little pieces as you can, because it's so much easier than using a spatula or something to break it up, you know what I mean? Wait, that's a pro tip. Pro tip! Break up your ground beef so you don't have to break it up with your spatula. All right, we're gonna cook that till it's nice and brown. And pro tip, we like to add the seasoning towards the end so we don't overcook the seasoning. All right, now that everything is nice and brown, we're gonna go ahead and add some seasoning. Now, pro tip, we don't use a whole packet of seasoning per pound. So the recipe recommendations is a whole pouch of this per pound. We like to do a half a pouch because we don't like things to be overpowered. We feel like when you use real food, you don't have to use so much seasoning. So we've got 2 pounds in here. I've already got a half a packet going on, or the remnants of one. We're gonna do this other one. So now that everything is nice and brown, we're gonna cook it for maybe a couple more minutes with the seasoning in it. All right, now that looks gorgeous. Now, another pro tip. A lot of recipes require that you drain this before adding the seasoning, but I think that's because of the low-fat dogma, and we love our healthy fats, so we don't drain this at all. We use all the goodness in here. So now we've got to do some other work with the rest of the accoutrement, and we need this skillet for the tacos. So what we're going to do is put this in a saucepan and keep it warm on the stove. All right, so first up, we're trying the sprouted corn tortillas. All right, so now it's not necessarily necessary, but we're gonna spray it with some coconut oil. And this is one of my favorites here recently. Lightly heat up both of these. You ready? So I'm gonna put it on the plate. And we're just trying to warm these, you know, so you're not trying to like cook them to death.
Go.
You gonna put the meat in first?
No. You said however I want. Why
Exactly. I'm asking. This is a tutorial, so you know. Oh, you spread it, huh? That's a good idea. Okay, I like that. So, pro tip: spread your spread before putting everything else on. Maybe. Now, by definition, you should be able to fold a taco so that you can hold it just like this. That's the point. All right, here we go. Corn tortilla taste test. Cheers. I mean, it's amazing, but I don't know if I can taste the corn or not because all of it's so good.
It's delicious.
Mm-hmm. All right, so next up, we're trying the grain-free taco shells, hard taco shells from Sprouts with the cassava and avocado oil. Now, per the instructions, we're preheating the oven at 350. I like to say 360, by the way. And then we're gonna heat these up for about 3 minutes. One for you, one for me. All right, now how do you do the hard shell taco? You don't layer it the same way. Meat first, right? Yeah, you're right. So that's a good method to the madness. Yeah. Hold your taco. Now it might help to have some props on the side, right? They probably have taco props.
They have little holders.
Oh yeah. And look at these gorgeous tacos. All right, hard shell Sprouts tacos. Let's taste it out.
Huh? That was pretty good.
It's really good. All right, next we're doing the soft tacos by Siete. Skillet nice and hot. As always, we can give it just a little spray. And then we're just gonna heat these up on both sides. All right, soft taco edition. I'm going for it. All right, now this is the secret sauce. This is why we call it arnica tacos. A little bit of ranch, just a little bit, not much. All right, now it's time. Official definition of a taco is you can fold it and hold it in the hand, just like this right here.
Fold it and hold it. Ooh.
Fold it and hold it.
Ooh. Cheers. So good.
So good. All right, so there you have it, folks. Brutally simple tacos, and I bet you thought you had to give up tacos when you started eating healthier. But now we know you just have to choose things made with good ingredients. So today we started with some good quality ground beef, some approved seasoning. We had several different tacos to choose from. We had our soft tacos from Siete, we had the corn tortillas, and by the way, remember, corn tortillas or corn in general, needs to be organic and non-GMO, and these have been nixtamalized, soaked in some lime juice or some alkaline medium, cooked for a little bit, and then sprouted. All right, and then also we had the hard shell tacos. And then you can just add whatever accoutrement you want. We use some sour cream, some shredded cheese, some crumbled goat cheese, some salsa, some tomatoes, some peppers, some onions, some guacamole, some avocado. The possibilities are literally endless. Now, pro tip, if you keep the ingredients real, it does make a difference in how you feel, in a good way.